There are literally thousands of great modern day track mods available for Assetto Corsa. But have you ever wondered what the best of them are? Well, today I have an answer for you, because in this video I will list my top 5 modern day track mods for Assetto Corsa. But before we start, I want to say a massive thank you, because during my 4-week absence your support has been absolutely incredible. I mean, my most popular video is now at nearly 900 views, not to mention a lot of my other videos which are above 200 to 300. Oh, and when I'm at it anyway, I've recently seen that over 91% of you aren't subscribed. So if you have any time, please click on that red button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. And now, let's move on with the video. Hey guys, and welcome back on my channel. Today I have a list of my favorite modern AC tracks for you to check out. Please keep in mind that this list is hugely personal and that it will most likely change again repeatedly. So without further ado, let's look at number 5. A classic street track. In fact, I think it's still one of the longest and most technical street tracks in the world. The Guia circuit, I hope I pronounced it correct, makes up a total distance of roughly 6.1 kilometers or 3.8 miles. Most of it, apart from the long start-finish straight, is highly technical and not driven in any gear higher than 4th. Speaking of the long straight, its typical bumps are present all the way through. But the AI can't cope with the second high-speed kink, which really is a shame because it kinda breaks the immersion. I think that's also the main reason why this track is so far down the order. But still, I think this mod is an amazing representation of Macau, also considering its age of nearly 7 years now. And that's also the reason why it has made it into my top 5. Now, I really struggled to only put Road America in the 4th spot because, frankly, not only is this track amazing, the mod is too. We all know and love Lil Ski, and honestly, although I have praised his Bridgehampton and Riverside, I think this is his best work. The attention to detail in this thing is just second to none, which is also why you could really think that this is actual Kunos content. With its 14 corners and 6.5 kilometers or 4 miles of length, it makes a huge challenge for the driver, especially in the Carousel, Canada Corner and Bill Mitchell Bend. But as with any mod in my videos, there has to be some kind of downside to it. And after a small amount of testing, I noticed that the curbs are very aggressive on this mod. Now, I know that curbs are in general a problem of AC itself, but I have seen other mods do it much better than this one. Sorry, Lil Ski. Anyways, this is an amazing mod and I would highly recommend all of you to download it from the newly designed race department, if you haven't already. Moving on from a track which is located near a lake, we arrive at a track which is located near a much bigger lake, the Pacific Ocean. I should really stop making jokes, it's just silly. Well, anyways, Suzuka is of course home of Japanese motorsport and Formula 1. The track makes up a total distance of 5.8 kilometers or 3.6 miles, which actually is shorter than both Macau and Road America. It is arguably one of, if not the best first sector in the entire motorsport history, and a first corner which brought us some very interesting racing. In its years as a Formula 1 track, it has often alternated with Fuji, although Fuji is an entire different beast. Speaking of beast, this track really is one, and the mod represents this beautifully. As there are 2 popular Suzuka mods for AC, both from certain reboot teams or projects, I decided to use the first one, because in my opinion it has more trackside detail and is just overall a little better. If you want to see a comparison between the two though, be sure to ask me in the comments. This mod is a very new one, which is why it is all the more amazing that it is so high up on this list already. Technically, the Sachsenring is one of my home tracks, which makes its appearance on this list even more exciting for me. Built by Hermann Thielke in 1996, It is a very short track with only 3.6 kilometers or 2.3 miles of length. In my opinion though, this track is the biggest masterpiece of Thielke, even bigger than Sepang. This is because he managed to make a super high-speed technical circuit with some amazing elevation change, especially in the last turn. Today, this track is home to the MotoGP, the ADAC GT Masters and the ADAC Formula 4, hence I'm driving the RSS F4 car in the background. Gunnar 3x3, who also made the Norrisring and Goodwood tracks, made this mod as accurate as possible to the real deal, using open LiDAR data and Google Earth photogrammetry. So in my opinion, this is easily the best AC track mod released in 2021 and you should definitely give it a try if you haven't already. Let's be honest everybody, it was always clear that it needed something big to top the Sachsenring, and in my opinion it absolutely did. I mean, what do you want more than a perfectly laser scanned Bathurst for Assetto Corsa? Since this track got converted from ACC to AC, we can compare it directly to the newer title. And honestly, especially in VR, I literally noticed zero difference. This is also one of the mods which solved the issue of AC curbing much better than, for example, Road America. It is currently the host to the Bathurst 1000 and the 12 Hours of Bathurst, and probably the most known Australian racetrack. With a length of 6.2 kilometers or 3.8 miles and an elevation change of 174 meters or 570 feet, this track is arguably one of the toughest but also greatest in motorsport history. And above all, the definition of roller coaster without being a roller coaster. The mod also represents this drastic elevation change and mountainous feeling beautifully, but in my opinion, the AI is the best aspect of this mod. It really is on point and it even gets starts right, so you definitely have to give it a try via the link in the description below. Right guys, these were some awesome mods to try out, so if you are interested in more, please let me know in the comments down below. So with that said, bye! See you in the next one.